Hi guys, from Stela Camera Girl. It's been 1 year since I have this camera, and I think I may have the right to say some words about this. And first of all, this is a celebration video. I want to celebrate 1 year with my old gear that I bought 1 year ago, because it happened plus minus in few months. First was the camera, then I bought some other stuffs for a small video production. What to say? In 1 year using this camera every day, pretty much every day, on different kind of production, small production, a little bit bigger production, not huge production. I'm a one-person crew and I'm doing everything on my own. I have learned to do pretty much everything that we have in filmmaking, so I'm doing it alone. And even the films that I'm doing are did alone, because I don't have other people who I can work with. The project that I come with, they are originated by me, they are not sponsored, they are not having any budget, so I have to realize all my ideas, films, videos on my own without any help. So I could say that in 1 year I have learned more than I have learned in 11 years since I'm doing this. So basically I've started in 2013, is just some prehistoric. I wanted to become a director since I was a kid, since I was 10 years old, and only in 2013 I could not fully realize that dream, but begin to do real steps, because we got at that time the digital era started of the cameras, so we got some more options, let's say, to make pictures, still pictures and motion pictures. And in 2013 I've started to study photography, because I wanted to learn everything about filmmaking, how to do it alone. So when I will work with a crew, I can know what to demand from them, how to work with them, how to collaborate with them. So I started from photography because it was easier. It was not easier, it was the first step, let's say. And photography is the best thing that a filmmaker can learn through. It makes you think a lot before you make that shot. So it's training your brain and your eyes to make correct shots. I will not say beautiful, but artistic. Beautiful in some ways, yes. And I begin to do real films. I've started with documentaries in 2022. So basically I'm pretty new in filmmaking. I have done in 2014 my first documentary, but it was a documentary without any knowledge. It was a exprompt, and I can say that it came out pretty well, but it is a kind of a reportage documentary, clip documentary, let's say, and yes, I'm proud of it. Even that I have used maybe a Nikon 5000 or a Nikon, a entry-level Nikon that was shooting videos. It was half broken, that camera. I bought it on eBay, half broken, and it was my first video camera, my first like decent video camera, because before I had very small video cameras. I already show it in the previous videos, my collection of all my cameras, even analog camera that I have. So it was the pink one, my first one. But the real camera, let's say, it was that Nikon. So I've learned something throughout all these years. Then I bought another camera from Canon, and I've learned more things, and used only, throughout the years, I've used only entry-level cameras with cheap lenses, with fully manual lenses, and the first time I have tried autofocus was with this camera. So yeah, I fall in love with autofocus. My cat, as usual, have to do some noises when I register a video. So yeah, I love this camera because of its format. Like it is a small camera, it's light, it's cheap, and it has a good quality picture. With the condition that you create the right environment for it. Perla is going crazy. So if you do it right, the picture will come out of this camera very interesting, pleasant looking, say. It is a 4K camera, but I rarely use this 4K format because it takes a lot of space and a lot of computer data to perform in a post-production. So I use the Full HD 1080p footage pretty much all the time, and also my films are shot in this format. I can say that 1080p from this camera, it's very beautiful. My last film that came out at the cinema premiere in Copenhagen was showing on 14th of August this year, 2024, and on a big screen, 1080p looks gorgeous. I didn't expect to have such a beautiful picture without any alteration. It was very beautiful on a huge screen, and that's why I shoot in 1080p, because of the storage and because 1080p is very beautiful from this camera. Sometimes I use 4K, but 4K mainly I use it when I shoot, when I film outside in the city. So I want my my footage to look sharper and more detailed, because of the buildings, cars, all these types of things are looking better on 4K. But it's about 1.5 hours or something shooting, filming in 4K with my 64 gigabyte card. So in 1080p I can do maybe 12 hours or something, 8 hours, I don't really remember, but it's a lot compared to the 4K. So that's why I use this. The codecs from Panasonic G80 / G85, it is very beautiful. They're great. The image is 4:2, 10-bit color, and this was basically, it was the second reason. The first reason was the price, because I had only the money to buy something around 400 euro on the second-hand market, a working camera. And the second request, which is actually the first request for me, it was to have a entry-level camera that shoots 10-bit color 4:2, and this camera does it. Why I say entry-level? It is because many professional cameras from other brands do not have 10-bit color 4:2. They have 8-bit color 4:0, which is a big difference in terms of color depth when you look at the image, and especially when you go to color grade that image to manipulate the image in post-production. 8-bit color, it's bad, it's not enough to do manipulation with color. But 10-bit color 4:2, it is very beautiful. You can do many things with it and still have an awesome image. I have noticed something else with my camera, and to be honest, I am not a colorist, and I'm not a tech nerd. So many things about the technical things about cameras I do not know. But I have noticed this thing, and it makes me be alert about other cameras, and I'm speaking about the bending, the color bending. So basically, I have no color bending with my camera if I don't touch some specific sliders in post-production that are making this bending. So bending, if you don't know what bending is, it is basically that bad transition from black to gray, and it's visible in a darker side, but you can see it also in a bright side, that it's very like choppy from black to gray, and it's very ugly when you look this image. So it happens mostly on 8-bit color 4:0, and it happens also when the compression is very big. So when you put the file on YouTube, you get this. But I film in 1080p. Many times I film in 720p. It's HD 720p for YouTube, and I put it on YouTube in the same format. I don't upscale it in 4K as other does, for not to have image alteration due to YouTube compression. I do not do it. I leave it like this and upload it like this. And YouTube does the compression, but the files looks very, very beautiful, like there is no bending from this camera. This is very interesting, because I saw bending from professional cameras, cinema cameras like Red, not by operating them, but I saw in movie on the internet, and there is this bending from Red, there is bending from Arri Alexa cameras, and I'm asking why my camera do not have any bending. It's interesting. It's just a thought. So I don't know much about it, but I saw these things, so it makes me a little bit thinking about this subject. It's very interesting to me. What else? So basically this camera have many things, many good things, but I'm not going to say the things that you already know. You can check it if you don't know it. You can check it on the internet what this camera has. I would like to say about my experience with it. So it is very friendly, user friendly, and filming friendly. It makes me pick the camera and go to shoot, go to film, go to make photography stills. It is very it's beautiful. It's a nice camera that make me want to shoot with it. And this is important when you have this affinity with the camera, with the gear that you are using, because it doesn't happen with the camera that I have before. I still have it, but I don't use it. It's broken. The Canon 5D, for example, I didn't have such affinity for that camera, so didn't shoot much with it, because somehow it is too big for me as a photo camera. It does only stills, no video. So this one is very good for street photography, for videos outside to do, and it is good for films also. As I said, I've done several films. I've done 2 films that are out already, and 2 of them are still in progress. I'm still working on them. I'm specializing in documentary mostly, but the last film that I've done, it is a visual poetry. It's a kind of a I will not say docu-fiction. It is a it is a artistic film, but fully about my life. It's about my life. It's based on my life, and it's artistic. So the first film artistic that I've done is this one, Metamorphosis, and it was shown in Copenhagen on a movie theater. I have my cats here that are looking to break something. Okay, so yeah, it's good for everything, this camera, except weddings and events, especially events in a darker places, kind of clubs or concert, when the light is very dim. So the camera is not good for this. it has two major flaws, and I don't care about this because I paid only 300 euro for the body and 200 for two lenses. So for me it's not an issue. I cannot demand much from the manufacturer to give me a lot of things in one package for only 300, but new it cost 500 the body only. So but we have to speak about these things. So basically the major flaw is the time limiting. So I'm looking right now, I'm monitoring the time that I have 20 minutes. It will stop recording at 30 minutes, actually at 29 and 59. So if I will not push the button to stop the recording, I will lose the file. And this is a major flaw with this camera. The American version do not have this limitation. The European version, mine G80, has this limitation. So I have to keep in mind this and always look at the timing. The second flaw is the low light performance. That's why I'm saying that you cannot use it for events, for these two things. Time recording limitation and low light performance badly. Yeah, you can use it for some events where they have good lighting. Let's say use it as a second camera or third camera. Where are more cameras. Not to demand much professional thing from it, because it has many limitations in terms of picture quality if you do not create the right environment, as I said. But if you do films, small production, as I do, and if you create the correct environment for this camera, you can have a beautiful, really artistically beautiful picture for your films with just a camera that costs 300 euros for the body only on a second-hand market. The lenses are cheaper than the other brands, and yeah, you can buy lenses for cheap and have all the things that is needed for shooting films. For sound, I use a professional sound recorder and the microphone that are plugged in directly to the camera, and I do not have to struggle with the post-production synchronization. I don't like this to do, so I'm aware of the sound quality, that it is lower as a sound quality if I plug it directly to the camera, because there is the signal conversion and reconversion. But to me it sounds okay, it sounds pretty good, and also my films I have done it this way. So basically I have my Zoom H4n Pro that is plugged inside the camera, and I have a Chinese cheap Takstar microphone that is plugged into the Zoom H4n Pro. So for better sound, for not having much noise, because Zoom H4n Pro is very noisy. So it's picking all the noise from around, from inside, from outside, and that's why I changed the setup, because before I was using the microphones from the Zoom H4n Pro. So with this setup, basically I do movies, and these movies are shown in movie theater. Like it's a good quality picture, and of course you have to know how to create a interesting picture. There is a whole science behind the Hollywood production, and I didn't do the school. I basically get rejected twice. If you want to know, I was 15 years old when I went to the back in the days was the Film Academy. Today is calling a little bit differently, but I went to the Film Academy in my city, and I wanted to become a director, or at least to go and study the screenwriting with the potential to become a director in the future. And they say, sorry, we don't take kids director at 15 years old. Yeah, so I went out with crocodile tears, and my mom said to me that I remember really well this thing, that she said, well, now you can try to be a lawyer, as I said to you. And I said, no, mom, lawyer is not for me. I'm an artist, and I will never go to do things that I do not want to do. And I didn't even think to become a lawyer. My mom really wanted me to become a lawyer or to become a doctor. But it's not it's not mine. I am an artist, and for all my life I was fighting to be an artist and to do art, and it is hard, but if you continue to do it and to walk it toward your dreams, toward your purpose, you may arrive one day there. It took me a lot of times, decades, to arrive where I am now, but finally I'm here, and I'm a fully self-taught filmmaker. 2 years ago I have done a 5 days workshop for the documentaries, but I can say that it wasn't a really workshop, because they didn't teach us anything in 5 days. It was a lot of chatting, a lot of fun to chat, and only thing that they provide to us was cameras. Not reds, of course. I would love to have a red. Red for me, it's my crush. I love red, and I would shoot only red if I had it. But yeah, so they give me a Sony A7S, I guess it was the first one, or A7, I don't really remember. A old Sony, and I have filmed my first short documentary. I didn't know what to do. I have 28 minutes, so now I have to stop it and put it again. As you can see, it is very important to keep the eye on the timing, because otherwise you may get the footage lost. So I have my director, second director here. So this is Perla. I can say that I'm very, very allergic to cats. To cat food and to cats, you know. But I love them so much, so I cannot live without them. Anyways, so basically, I've done this film how I knew, and it came out a good short documentary, and I won the competition between other documentary films. I've done it on my own, and I had a professional editor who edited all the films, all the 5 films from all the folks that was working on their films on that workshop. And my film was win an award, and I get some money to do the full-length version of that film. So that the next one was a docu-fiction. First one was a short 16 minutes documentary, and this one is a docu-fiction, 1 hour docu-fiction. Was basically my first full-length film that I have done as a filmmaker. And after that I have done this second one, which is Metamorphosis, and was shown in Copenhagen on a big screen. And I'm so proud because I've never dreamed in my life that my film can be shown in a real cinema theater. And now I can die without any remorses because I have my film and I can die. Okay, so basically, yeah, this is the thing. Everything was done with this camera, all the films. The other 2 that are in progress now, one is about dogs, stray dogs in my city. The other one is about refugees from Ukraine. So I'm still working on them. It's a little bit complicated to finish them because I do not have the access all the time to film people, and that's why it's difficult, and it's a little bit stretching the time too much. It's already 8 months since I work on these 2 films. So yeah, it's a lot for me because they are not films that have to take that much time. I usually do, I may do a film in 1 month, everything, like post-production also. And I learned to do the music for my films, and for the second one, for the Metamorphosis, I've done fully the soundtrack, the soundtracks of this film are with my music. It's done by me. On the computer I bought a small machine for music, a keyboard, and learned how to do it. I have some music skills from the past. My dad is a professional singer, and I am a person who did a little bit of music school, but I didn't continue to do the music because I wanted to do the picture. This is more close to me than the music. I love music, I love sounding, to make sound, but it's less. The picture is supreme for me, it's paramount. I don't know how much to say more about this. Basically, you can look the footages, and some footages from the films, some trials, let's say, that I also have, and yeah, I've tried to do some commercial with some advertising, let's say, with this camera. It's pretty good. It's not for TV. Like, it's not a professional camera. It's not a camera that you can do commercial for TV or high-end commercial for the internet. No, it's not. But small commissions, such for local stores, you know, some advertising in a reportage style I did, and I can say that it went pretty well for the beginner. I'm not a reclama person. I don't know how to shoot reclama commercial, but I've done this type of commercial reportage. It's pretty nice. It works well. And it did with this camera. Well, I guess that's all for this video. It's pretty long, but I guess it's normal for a 1 year video celebration video for this camera, and to say thank you to my camera, even if it's not alive, let's say, but for me it is, and to say thank you to Panasonic that makes such amazing cameras, and they are fully packed with a lot of things, and they are also at a good price that everyone can afford it, even me, because I'm not a rich person, not yet. And it's difficult for me to, at the moment at least, to have a camera of my dreams. I dream about red, of course, but not having it yet. But I'm very thankful that I have this Panasonic, because the image, it's very beautiful, and it's easy to use. It's very handy. It's a hybrid camera that I can use it for photos and for videos. That's why I like it. It's not intrusive like big cameras that may scare people on the streets if I do street photography. Sometimes I do it because I love street photography, but I'm a kind of a shy person to go outside and make pictures outside, even if it's not about people. But I like most to do street photography. Sometimes I do just nature photography, but also I'm shy to do it. But with the small camera, it's so much easier for me. It's like I'm not intrusive. People do not pay attention that I'm there with the camera because it's small. If it would be with the big one, it draw more attention to the photographer. So it's a big point and a good point for this camera that is small and still in a small body has packing a lot of tech, better than many other professional cameras from the past. In the future, I would love to have a camera for only stills from Panasonic or from Olympus, maybe a PNF, something from Olympus, or a Panasonic G8, Panasonic G9, GX8, GX9, or even a G9, this bigger one. They are great as a photography cameras, but they are big. I'm thinking about a street photography, and I would like to have a smaller camera for the street photography. And dreaming about my red. Maybe one day I will have it. Who knows? Or maybe I will have the possibility to have the rental. It costs 200 euros to rent a red in my country. Only the camera, and of course I have to rent the lenses also, professional good lenses for the red. So it might be about 400 or 500 euro a day just to try a red camera. But if one day I will have some client, magically happen, it doesn't happen, but magically happen, if I'll have it, I will take that red and shoot with it, because for me red is the best. I'm obsessed with red. People like Arri Alexa, and pretty much everyone would love to have an Arri Alexa and shoot with Arri Alexa. It's an amazing camera. It has an amazing codec, amazing colors, but to me, to my taste, to my things that I have in mind, like which are important, Alexa do not have. Red is much better to me. I'm not saying that red is better for you, that red is better against Alexa. No, I don't want to make this battle. It's unfair. I just want to say that for me, red is the best, and it's really the best because it has a lot of things that no other camera manufacturers can give it to me. That's why I would choose red all the time without thinking it. And I really hope that, and I pray that Nikon will not ruin this brand that they bought. I really pray for this, because it will be a disaster for filmmakers, for Hollywood, and for small filmmakers, especially now that we have Red Komodo X, and especially now that they dropped the price to 5,000 for the Red Komodo and 7,000 for the Red Komodo X, from 10,000 from the Red Komodo X. It will not be fair. It will be really bad if Nikon will do something destructive towards red, but I don't think that they will do it because they bought it. So they are wise. Japanese people are wise, so I guess it will be more improvement, and we will have also to the Nikon cameras a lot of improvements in terms of video, because now they can easily use the codecs from red, and to use the red raw for Nikon also. Maybe make a professional Nikon cine camera like the red. We will see. But I really pray that they do not distort in any way the red as it is, because how it is the red now, it's perfect. It is perfect, and even if I do not have the possibility to use it, other can use it who have the possibility, and this is good and this is beautiful. That some manufacturers as red can give us so much thing inside one package for not that much of money that you pay for it. So video about Panasonic G80 that went to finish about red and Nikon. Very weird as I am, but yeah, what can I say? The love is love. When you feel with the heart, you cannot deny it, you cannot say anything. I love red, and to me red is the best. And also Panasonic, it's one of the best, because Panasonic made small cameras, and Panasonic make also a cinema cameras, and the Panasonic series, cinema series, oh gosh, how they call it, Panasonic Cinalta for Sony, and the Panasonic is Varicam. So basically the Varicams are very good cameras, and why not to shoot with Varicam also? I love cameras. To me, cameras are very beautiful tools, but I'm not obsessed with cameras because of the camera itself. I'm obsessed with the cameras because of the picture that I can make with the camera, with that specific camera. That's why I like them, and that's why I would like to use it for making pictures. And Varicam, it is very beautiful. We have Varicam 35 and Varicam Super 35 and Varicam LT. Two cameras, and they're great both. And the Varicam Super 35 you can buy it on second-hand market for about 3,000 euros, something like this, or 4,000, 3,000 I guess it is. And this is insane for a professional cinema camera, like really professional cinema camera. Yeah, it is insane. However, it's not red. Red is red, and I love it. Take care and make pictures, share it with the world, share it with me, and see you next time with another video. I made a video about this, but I didn't publish it yet. I bought in Copenhagen a filter, and the filter, Hello Pan, made in Germany. It's a very good filter, and I plan to publish that video soon, because I've done the video but I don't have the examples to show it to you with this, so I need to go outside and different days and make more different videos with this filter on, so that you can see the examples. But I can tell you, because I tried it, and I can tell you that the filter is absolutely beautiful. You do not have any color alteration on it, you do not have a image alteration. It's beautiful, not like other filters that you get a green look or a yellow look from the filter, from the indie filter. This is made in Germany. It's not sponsored, of course. I paid money for it. It's pretty expensive for 37 millimeters. It's a small for the other lens that I have, and I paid 60 euros, 449 krona, Danish krona, 60 euros for this filter. But it worth the money because it is very good, very good. So soon I guess I will publish it, and you can see also the video about this. See you next time. Bye bye.